Sing praise and be thankful to the Beloved, all the lands. Worship the Beloved with gladness and come into the holy presence with singing. Know that the Beloved is with us. We were made in mystery and we belong to the Beloved. We are the people of the One. Enter the sacred gates with thanksgiving and go into the world with praise. Give thanks to the Beloved. Bless the holy name. For the Beloved is always good. The love of the One endures forever. We are the people of the One. Holy wisdom, holy word. Thanks be to God.
So, happy Pride Month. In 2 weeks, Fourth Avenue, it will be filled from the public library down to Seattle Center with bright colors, loud music, dancing, and thousands of humans celebrating life itself and love. For many years, the United Church of Christ has joined the parade to show our support and solidarity with the LGBTQ community. And I heard, of course, last week that Keystone and today that Keystone will have a presence there and Prospect will be there too. So why do we make a special point of participating in this particular community parade? Pride Parade has a special meaning for the UCC because we were one of the first Christian denominations to declare in 1972 that we were open and affirming. My own home church, Prospect, became ONA, which is open and affirming, in 1977, and Keystone made that decision in 1992. And maybe you were present at the conference annual meeting in 2011 when we voted to become an ONA conference, and then we danced in the aisles. When we participate in the parade as part of the UCC's ONA contingent, as gay, lesbian, bisexual, trans, and cis and heterosexual people of faith, our message of inclusion is seen by thousands of people on that route. And many of those individuals bear spiritual wounds that were inflicted by organized religion or by their own families. I've known people who refuse to enter a church or a synagogue on a Sunday morning or on a Saturday, who have lost all faith in a loving God as a result of their experience at the hands of religious people. One woman I know comes from a multi-generational family of professionals in a faith-based organization, and she grew up with church at the center of her life. And as a young woman, she came to understand and admit that her affections were drawn to other women, and her church told her that her love was ugly and twisted and repulsive to God, and she never went back. Other friends must choose weekly between two identities, persons of faith and LGBTQ. One woman is a member of a faith that provides a lifelong community, an identity as a member of a long line of ancestors, an entire culture. Her church also teaches her that the meaning and calling of womanhood is to marry and produce descendants. She has been in a committed relationship with another woman in her church for 45 years. They have never told the truth about their relationship to anyone in their faith community. They've had to make that choice, as she says she can no more stop being a member of that community than she can stop loving her partner. But those two parts of her identity are still incompatible. Some Christian-identified churches actually perform exorcisms on young LGBTQ people. Others run conversion camps where youth are punished and humiliated for behavior that deviates from their assigned gender. Some conservative Jewish congregations have held mourning services for their LGBTQ children. Some churches have split over the issue of LGBTQ inclusion. In 2009, the Anglican Church in North America broke off from the Episcopal Church over questions of LGBTQ clergy and marriage. A church in Oak Harbor now has two services every Sunday, one for the traditional Anglicans and the other for the inclusive Episcopalians. The Methodist Church underwent a similar schism in 2022. The Global Methodist Church formed from churches who protested inclusive church policies, including LGBTQ clergy. So these are the experiences, these are the religious experiences of many of the people who show up for the Pride Parade. They have been told by pastors and priests and rabbis and faithful communities that they are not worthy of God's love, not welcome in God's community. So when the UCC parades up Fourth Avenue, we are seen not only for ourselves and our church, but as a contrast and an antidote to the damage that much of organized religion has done. We are doing the work of witnesses to God's unconditional love. And we are demonstrating what open and affirming looks like. Consider for a moment what these words mean. Open. The phrase open and affirming refers specifically to a welcome for persons of all sexual orientations and gender identities. But Keystone's doors are open to anyone who chooses to walk through them. Believers, seekers, and doubters. People whose ancestors were African or Asian or European. People whose ancestors met the boats. Old people, young people, children, families, single persons, divorced, married, remarried, hopefully engaged, committed to each other without benefit of legal recognition. Prosperous persons and those who struggle to pay their bills and those who are in need. Persons with physical disabilities and those with mental or emotional challenges. People who bear the scars of punishment in the name of God for who they are. People who have been part of a church all their lives, and people who are daring to give religion one last try. That's what open means at Keystone and in the UCC. Affirming. The word that used to mean doing the right thing in relation to those different from us, that word used to be tolerance. Seattle Public Library once showed an exhibit of the history of interracial relations in Seattle, and this included a newspaper article about the first white businessman to hire a Black secretary. The photo showed him dictating a letter to her, and the caption said, "He practices racial tolerance." Well, I think he was practicing something very different. Justice, basic humanity, the right thing. Tolerance implies that there's something wrong with the other person. Tolerance is what we try to feel about the kid who's screaming in 3 rows back because we're 30,000 feet over South Dakota and there is no way to get out. There's a bit of teeth gnashing involved in tolerance. Affirmation is not tolerance. So how about acceptance? Acceptance is a step up from tolerance. Acceptance is a way of working with a situation we don't like. It's not ideal. We can't fix it, but we can make peace with it. Acceptance is how we come to terms with death or divorce or someone with whom there can be no real reconciliation. In relationships, acceptance seems to imply that a superior group is allowing inferiors to join them, like accepting the family of the person your child is about to marry. There's no gnashing of teeth, but there's not really a lot of smiling there either. Affirmation is not acceptance. Affirmation is rejoicing, not just accepting, but giving thanks for the special, unique gifts that make us all different. Affirmation is delighting in the beauty of boys and girls and grown-ups who are light brown and dark brown and pink and beige. It's taking comfort in the wisdom and experience of our elders and enjoying the energy of our youth. It's acknowledging the love between a man and a woman whose children have children of their own, and the love between two young women raising a child together. Affirmation means finding joy and delight in the amazing spectrum of gender expression as individuals openly show the world who they are. Affirmation means celebrating when a man and woman, or two men or two women, fall in love and marry. Affirmation means not politely looking away from difference, but embracing it, welcoming it. In short, affirmation is God's extravagant welcome in action. By choosing to be open and affirming, Keystone expresses the certainty that God is love and that love is for us, through us, and among us. And it is so big and so good that we are proud to share it. So, how do we tell this wonderful story? How do we let gay and lesbian and bisexual and trans people know that Keystone is not only a safe place, but a nurturing place? I will say that I think Rita and Barb today are demonstrating how to share it pretty effectively. Thank you for that. Carrying our banner up Fourth Avenue in the parade is one very good way to bear witness to the love of God for all humans. Most, if not all, UCC churches, at least in our area, fly at least one version of the rainbow flag, which represents the diversity of sex and gender expression. And what a rich choice of flags we have. Over the decades, the rainbow flag has evolved to include LGBT communities of color, trans people, and intersex people whose genetic makeup may not match their physical attributes, and non-binary people who identify as masculine and feminine or as neither. These flags proclaim that everyone is truly welcomed and affirmed. The welcome we offer to gay, lesbian, bisexual, trans, binary, non-binary, intersex persons of every color and every mental or physical ability, it does not exclude others. God's perfect love is offered to everyone. There's plenty to go round. The message of extravagant welcome is for all. When we march in the Pride Parade, we are offering that invitation to people who may never have seen such a welcome from a church. For them particularly, it will be news, wonderful news. We know God is love, and that love is here for us. We share that extravagant love with each other here. And then we take it out into the world to welcome others into the certainty of love and affirmation of who we are and where we are on life's journey. Amen and happy marching. And our next hymn is Healer of Every Ill.